right. We are back to finish the Alita Battle Angel rollerblade that has been modified on my character. So let's get this party started. So this is what I was working on last night, and what we're going to do now is start the naming convention. Now you can see the scene is very heavy, and probably later on I'll go back in here and start to delete some things, maybe make it a little bit lower poly. So I'm just going to focus on the rollerblades, the Alita's rollerblades. Okay, so very laggy. My apologies. I'm just going to highlight all of this. I'll press Control-1 to isolate it. I think I need to add these guys in there as well. Control-1. So whatever I do to one side, I'll do it to the other side. Hey guys, welcome. If I press 4, sometimes that's always easier to navigate. Okay. So what I'm going to do in this tutorial is clean up the rest of the group. So I have everything in the upper body group. Right now I just need to take these two individual groups and begin the naming convention. So I'll start off with this shape, and I'll rename it to rollerblade underscore cushion. Okay, rollerblade cushion underscore geo. And this is going to be R cushion, right? So R stands for right, and then this is going to be R cushion, and then let's call it R cushion top. And then we'll call this rollerblade R peg, PEG, peg base, geo, and then that will be R peg. Alright, so guys, in this tutorial it's nothing really exciting, just kind of teaching you how to organize your outliner. Peg, and then this is going to be top. And we'll just call this cushion shape. So rollerblade underscore R, and then just call that cushion. R support. There we go. So that one's complete. And instead of having to do it all over in there, I mean, I'm gonna have to do it all over. I just copy and paste that. Okay. I had a student that was telling me earlier today that, oh, you know what? That should be R already. This should be L. I was looking at it in the wrong direction. That a lot of people like to watch a live stream in the daytime. So I'm kind of testing it out. I feel like there's more people that watch it at latter times than they do when it's live, but it's all good. It's not like I have millions of subscribers anyways. The faithful few is what I call you guys. Okay, it's left. Boy, it is hot in this room. Okay, so that shape is a cushion. That's gonna be R cushion. If you haven't checked out any of the other tutorials, they're pretty good. I like them. They seem to gain some sort of attention. Come on. That's gonna be R. Share with me your channels if you guys do the same exact thing, or something similar. I love to pay it forward and see what you guys are doing. Just go ahead and leave a comment. Okay, I just left a comment in the chat area. Okay. Okay, so both rollerblade supports are complete. And now we have this group here. My facial expression says it all. Ah. So we're just gonna call these just like bolts. Alright. And thank God that they are combined on both sides. So that's what we're gonna do. Hold shift, select that one. I have the anti-aliasing one. That does kill a lot of your GPU. So I like to turn the wireframe on shaded on. It just looks nicer. Right? It's a little bit cleaner. So I have these 3 bolts. And I think that's it. Okay, that's part of the other group. Is there anything else I'm missing? Oh, look at that little guy. I did not see that. Okay, so I'll press Control G. Modify center pivot. What happened to my bolts? Are they still in there? Okay, so I'll just middle mouse drag and take it out of there. Rollerblade L, and we'll call this bolts shape. And rollerblade L bolt 1 underscore geo. Okay, so now I have that. I can just copy, Control V, and then paste it. Oh no! All right, this is bolt 2. Bolt 3, and then last but not least, bolt 4. Okay, this little bugger right here is bugging me. I'll press Control 1. Nice little bridge. Okay. Here we go. Let's take this little guy again. Press F to frame in. Hold Shift to double click on that edge. Oops, I can only do 2 at a time. Bridge 2 edges at a time, that is. I can only bridge 2 edges at a time. So I'll select this guy, 2, 3, 4. Control G. I'll move this group out. Control C. I'll copy this group over here. But instead it'll be R bolts shape. I'll expand that bad boy. Did I miss anything? Okay, I'll expand that one. Control C. I just want everything to kind of be corresponding, even the right number. So that's bolt 2. So if I wanted to like reorganize this, just middle mouse drag and move it up like this. You see? That actually would be number 4. Oh no. Okay, that's 3. Oh, you guys gotta check out this new render I did of 69 Charger. I'm getting ready to go live on after this one for the 69 Charger that I've been modeling for quite some time. But it's finally complete. I'm so happy. My students are exceptionally happy because they've been working on it for 3 quarters. So that's 36 weeks straight. They're little savages, man. They're so sick, so amazing. Make me proud. Okay, so I got those guys there. And that's a shock. Okay, do we have... Okay, this, I think I have this guy already. Shock base. What is this one? Shock. Control G. This is rollerblade left. R1. Left R1 shock. Shape. And then this one right here. Control G. Sorry, LL left. Shock shape. This is LR. I'll get rid of the 2. Okay. Left, right, shock A. Actually, that would be shock B. I'm kind of like making up stuff on the fly. It just sounds right in my head. Okay, these 2. So I just call these rollerblade left. Shock. Shape. Do I already have L shock shape? No, I don't. Okay. And we do the same thing for these two. Base, where's that base? Alright, Control G. Control G. So I might zoom in a little bit. This is one of the main reasons why I like the Max. LR, left, left. Okay. Control C. This is left, left, shock, ABC, shape, shock, B, and this is also LR, left, right, expand these groups. This is left base, left shock, left. Okay, just making sure everything aligned properly. Actually, this is right, so R shock, R, R. Excuse me. Try and get over this flu, man. Alright, so that's like the whole shock. Alright, so now I'll turn these two into a group. And this is going to be R shock shape. See, so that shock shape, that shock shape. Let's get a bit of coffee. Oh man, this Yeti microphone is so nice. It picks up every single thing. Okay. Now is a great time to save. So I have this whole thing. That support. And let's continue to work on this. Okay, this is one piece of geometry, makes my life 1,000 times easier. So we just call this roller blade underscore left plate 1. And I'm not gonna call it Geo just yet because it's be easier for me to do this. And then it actually renames it to 2. Geo underscore GEO. Drag that guy right here. So we've got these two shapes. Now we're moving right on down the assembly line. This right here is some sort of, it's like a pivot or some sort of thing, like it pivots somehow. So that's what I'm gonna call it. I'll call it rollerblade pivot. Oh, but before I do, no. Rollerblade shape. We'll keep these guys like that. Our rollerblade groups, I'm gonna take you out and put it up here. That's a giant big wheel. So anytime I create groups, I just like to keep everything out and then I'll move things in. Okay. This, I'll call this center pivot support, I guess. Rollerblade C I'd probably like in the future, I would add another underscore there, so I could see that there's a space between the center and right and left and the actual shape name. So I'll call this C. I'll just keep it as I've been doing for now. C roller C roller support. C center rollerblade underscore center roller support. Yeah, let's call it support. Now there's individual pieces. Rollerblade R underscore right center RC support, and I probably should put geo rollerblade center, and I call it pipe underscore geo, and this is going to be that guy but left. Okay, now we're just kind of like extracting everything from out of here and putting it in groups. I thought I had, okay, I know I do. Left shape, left that, and then Control G. I'm gonna call this rollerblade left blade shape. It's a shape node. It's not a geometry node. And then that's my, where's my supports? All right, this is gonna go in here. And then, all right, bolt shapes, this guy, and then right support. Okay, and okay, Control G. Modify center pivot. And then this is going to be Dawsonator. This is R blade shape. Move these guys both above that. Huh. Okay, that's strange. Okay. All right, so my left blade top cushion, that should be inside of here. And this should be inside of here. There we go. A little bit of a mix-up. Let me just turn my volume on vibrate. Okay, so we have this blade, that blade, and then we have a few other little bits and pieces. So we call this write pivot geo okay, that's right, that was part of something else. Control C. And this is going to be left pivot. Kind of put these guys close together. And what is this shape? Oh, it's for the wheel. Before I work forward, I'll just continue to work backwards. Everything that's in the back. And I'll call this brake support. Brake support. This is L brake line. It's called rollerblade L brake line. And then of course the other one is going to be 378. R brake line. Okay. Since I'm over here, what is this pole? Let's call this center pipe 1. Pipe 1 geo. And then C pipe 2 geo. So I'm probably just going to have something just for the wheels, or rollerblade, and this is going to be R brake pad. It could be any, it probably isn't a brake pad, but R balance, R wheel balance. Yeah, I call it R wheel balance. R. No, it's probably too long. Let's just call it R brake pad. And then let's bring this guy up here. Control C. And then this is left. Alrighty. So just Alita 19. Let's call this Alita rollerblade front wheel. So roller blade front wheel, or L front wheel. And this one is R front wheel. Okay, these three things, what are they? Oh, you know what? I thought I combined these guys. All right, so I'll copy that shape or that curve, and then I'll combine these. Mesh combine. Edit, delete by type history. Modify freeze transformation. And this is that shape. Control V. Just put you back where you belong. Pipe. What are you three shapes? Oh, look at this. Another straggler. Okay. Mesh combine. See, there's the history on that. Find out what your shortcuts are, so you don't always have to go all the way back up to delete by type history. And then I'll call these two guys like the balancers. We should just combine these. That's what I'm gonna do. Mesh combine. Modify center pivot. And we'll call it rollerblade center and then balance. Center wheel balance. Let's bring you inside here. You know, I'm just gonna combine these two and call them brake pads. I don't even care. So it creates this like empty group. If I delete it, then we lose the shading on there, which is fine. We just want to select those guys and then delete the history, and then you can see it deletes it out of our hypershade. I mean, out of our outliner. Okay, so that's that. This. We already have the wheel, Alita's big wheel. Let's just call it rollerblade big wheel so it's consistent. Rollerblade big wheel. So I'll select this shape, this, that, and where is the... So Control G, and we'll call it rollerblade underscore wheel shape. If you guys know anyone that can rig, please let me know. Oh, look at the beach ball. All right. Outliner cleaning 03. Okay. So I have these three things are being highlighted. And what are you? Alright, so the weird question is why? Alright, usually when you select something and you press F, like to frame in on it, your attention goes right to it. But after I selected these three shapes, and I press F, my center pivot is all off, and it's because these two are what we call empty groups. And there's really no center pivot other than like the home axes, the 0, 0, see? It's a little bit lower. So just delete those two guys. There's nothing inside of it, those shape nodes. Let's see here. So we'll call this wheel what? Wheel wheel structure, wheel shape, wheel support, wheel base. Rollerblade underscore left wheel base geo wheelbase. I always call it wheelbase top. Roll blade left front wheel, this and that. Control G, modify center pivot, and we just call it roller blade underscore left small wheel shape, and then roll blade front wheel, okay. And this is R for the right side. Control C. And then those guys. So 1, 2, 3. Control G, modify center pivot. Control C, Control V. Okay. Small wheels, small wheelbase. So we have 4 more shapes. And I'll call this rollerblade left. I don't know, race line. Left race structure. Left pivot. That's what I feel like it does. I feel like it pivots left and right, like maybe up here somewhere. Left pivot underscore geo. Race left pivot geo. Really? Oh, okay. I already called something else pivot. So we'll call this race left race line. I don't know. Race line. And this is R, race line. What is, R, and then, let's see here. What did I name this shape? R blade shape. Plate R plate 2. Okay. And so that's what I'll do this with that one. L plate. Roller blade R blade shape. Roller blade L blade shape. That's a plate. L plate 2. Okay, now it's time to wrap this guy up. Okay, so we have this shape here, L blade shape, and then we could just start putting the wheel in there, L blade shape, and then we have the right wheel, Where you at? L. R blade shape. Okay, what else do we need to put in there? Wheel shape. Upper body. And then, so we don't want both bits in there. Maybe I should just put that in the blade shape. L pivot. Oh, that should be R pivot. Left race line should go right in here. L blade shape. Nice. What is this one? That should be L, homie. L pivot geo. Let's just call this L structure. Rollerblade L structure. Center pivot. Now expand this guy. And we just start putting these guys in here. The race line. And drag and drop. Control G, modify center pivot, and then we'll call that R structure. So L structure, R structure, left rollerblade, right rollerblade. And now we'll take both of these guys with the wheel shape. Control G. Modify center pivot. And we'll call it Alita's underscore blades underscore shape. Alita's blades. Okay, now I get rid of this guy. Alita's blades. And we'll just call it lower body. Control G. And we'll call this Dawsonator. So, I hope that you guys have enjoyed this as much as I have. It's been fun, it's been long. But to say the least, it's been really enjoyable to create this thing and finally finish it. Thank you guys for watching. There's so much more. I do have a 1969 Dodge Charger that I'll be working on here in just a few more minutes. And I'm just gonna call this Dawsonator finish. underscore fin. Complete. Done. And there we go. So that's just about it. Like I said, watch the another tutorial that I'm getting ready to post. It's going to be another live stream. So I will see you guys in the next recording. Have a pleasant evening, and like always, please like, subscribe, share, and the rest is history. Until next time, peace.